What up? What up? The return of the Max. Your boys are back. The Hard Corner is back in the
Yes.
building. What's going on, Busky? No, before what's going on, Busky? Everybody out there, you gotta make sure you're subscribing, you're following, you're hitting the reminder buttons and all that stuff. Smoking Word TV is in the building. You gotta subscribe. Also, don't count. But anyway, your boys are in the
Yeah.
building. Lunchtime with the gang. What's going on, Busky?
Yeah, where the news brings you the news.
There you go. You already know.
We're here. We're live. We did it another week.
Yeah, another, and we had to take a week. Last week we took off because, as you know, I had some shows, but we got some really cool footage we're gonna fucking hit you with later on.
Oh, yeah.
So it's been a busy week. We got mad stuff to drop on you guys. So first of all, what's going on, Busky? What you been up to?
You know, we chatted briefly before the episode, a little pregame. I had a good weekend. Went to the Triple B Streets of Hate. Yeah, Scheme Records Days Showcase, which was really cool. Never Ending Game, Gridiron, Tsunami. You know, saw a lot of young, new, cool, hardcore shit. So I had a good weekend, man.
Real quick, what does the Triple B stand for?
I don't know. Don't know.
Biggie Smalls, Bob Marley, and freaking Black Sabbath. That's my Triple Bs.
That works.
Period.
That works. That works.
Literally what I tell everybody. What sums up my thing is that Bob Marley, Biggie Smalls, Black Sabbath.
I can't complain with that either.
So, but listen, shout out to everybody around the planet who's been tapping in. Listen, if you're able to catch the show right now live at lunchtime, welcome to dinner. Welcome to lunch. We decided to go live because I said, I got this footage. I wanted you to catch it in real time. You know what I mean? So, we got a lot of stuff, right? Especially this. This is something, the first thing we got on deck is something that I actually really wish I was in town to check out because I'm into the photo shit lately. So what do we got there?
Yes.
Yeah, let them know, Busky. What was? Let the people know what it was.
Yeah, we brought this up a couple episodes ago. You know, some of these guys in New York City, Rich, I forget some of their names, but we talked about them before in a previous episode. This was the Worldwide Hardcore Firing Squad photo exhibit grand opening.
Yeah.
That went down a few days ago. So
definitely. No, really cool. And what's dope about these are the guys, these are the dudes in the trenches at the shows. And on top of that, where they ended up having the exhibit at, it's on holy grounds down there. So that's the really cool, people got a treat if they got to check that out. But lately I've been into the whole exhibits and watching photos on walls now. I don't know why. I used to talk shit on that, but now I like it. I think because now we're in a digital age, I appreciate a fucking photo.
100%. Yeah.
And
it's been a part. I mean, I don't know. It's been a part of the culture for as long as the music has. There's always been the photo side and element to it too. So it makes sense that these things are happening, and it makes sense that we would be interested in them. I think. I definitely want to check it out. Hopefully, it's still going on. I've totally slept on this.
Yeah, definitely. And if it's still going on, everybody go support it. And if you don't, they probably selling prints and whatever. These are the guys that take all the pictures of all your favorites. You know what I mean? If you like the band, most likely they snapped a picture of them when they came through town or they went into your town. So support the movement. And shout out to the fucking Hardcore Firing Squad. You already know. And shout out to them for keeping the culture rich.
Hell
with that fucking with the photos and doing everything on holy ground. So shout out to them. And and we got California. We got some. I don't know if we would consider them young new guns.
Yeah,
but they're like they're already on Uncle stage. But the boys in Lionheart, they just dropped some new shit. So what do we got here?
They did, yeah. New album coming out 12/9. I know there's pre-orders available for it right now at fastbreak.com, but this single just came out. I think it's called God, what's the name of it? Death Comes in Threes.
Yeah.
And I don't know what that is.
Yeah, no, first of all, that shirt is dope with that design with the snake.
Yep.
But the cool shit they got, welcome. So what they got here? Hold on, they got the pre-order and the new single has Jamie on it from Hatebreed. So that's some cool shit. And I'm looking here. They also have Ice-T on the track, and they got Anthony E Money from E Town Concrete. So
hell
you
yeah,
motherfuckers are getting some variety over here.
Yeah, and the track sounds great. The single sounds great. Jamie sounds great. I know he helped produce the record too. It was mixed by Will Putney, who's done a bunch of awesome new stuff too. So I'm sure this thing's gonna sound great. And with Jamie's hand in it, I'm sure it's gonna be, hard.
Yeah, hard. Yeah, Jamie, get your hands out of there. But shout out to them. Yo, they're killing it. They're representing, and they rep the culture, and we need those shirts. I think we need one of those. We need 2 of those shirts.
Yeah,
Lionheart, you already know. Yeah, you already know. I like that shit. But California, go support them. They're doing their thing, and Terra's going out on tour with them too. So
yeah,
you already know. And they again, California. You know what I mean? They're repping the West Coast, right? Ain't that their whole shit? Welcome to the West Coast.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. So
yeah.
But
yeah, West Coast is popping, and that track is dope. So definitely give that a spin. You can find it on Spotify, and give that a spin.
And everybody, right now, I want you motherfuckers and motherfuckette. You see, everybody's included. Snapchat a screenshot. Take your camera and take a picture of this link right here. After you take the picture, tell them what they're gonna do, Busky. They're gonna go to their photos and do what?
You're gonna click on that white square, that link, and it's gonna bring you right to it. It's amazing what technology does these days.
If you want to support the show, this takes you to the link tree, CasaDeRock.com. This is listen, everything is done in-house. When we say in-house, I mean the shit gets printed in that room and gets sent out that room, and we call orders in on these cell phones. No robots, just gators and freaking and rocks moving shit over here. But
fly DIY for real.
Listen, when we say fly DIY, I mean it. And I'm all jokes aside, I take pride in keeping all my stuff 100, not even 100, 1,000,000,000% independent. Oh, yeah. Not that we're against anybody, but we are control freaks, and I'm a motherfucking control freak. And I need shit done the way I want to, and that's done the right way, where the culture comes before anything. So, with that being said, support the movement. CasaDeRock.com. Hit the links. Support the show, the podcast, all that good shit.
Hell yeah.
So, all right. Enough of that. Shout out to everybody there eating their fucking turkey sandwiches, your hummus wraps, or whatever the hell you're eating out there.
Lunch is served.
Yeah, lunch with a fucking. What else we got up here?
We got some cool shit from Buffalo. I got to shout out. Yeah, I got to shout out the upstate Buffalo guys.
I like this shit a lot.
Yeah, this is just some cool shit that I came across. This guy, John Ruggiero. I'm not sure if that's how you say his last name, but you can check him out on Instagram, JRuggz, JRUGGZ. And, he's just a cool illustrator. And, we talk about artwork and design stuff and photo and how everything, culturally is beyond just the music. And, look at this. This is great. You've got graffiti style. You've got the Sean Taggart, New York City style, the big teeth, the demons with fucking, nose rings. And it's just legit awesome hardcore style. So I just wanted to shout this dude out real quick. He's from Buffalo. Just really cool looking stuff. So give him a follow, give him some fucking love.
Yeah, definitely. And any new bands, hit him up. He got some that they all look good. That's like a classic feel, and it's just black and white. And for all you new bands out there, just so you know, it costs cheaper to run a one color t-shirt. Take that from the flyest DIY guy in the game.
Yep. And look at that.
On the real, for everybody out there who's trying to do it. But look at you can make something look really cool, whatever, with one color. It ain't about money. It's all about being creative and being resourceful. So with that being said, you got any artists? Boom, we just gave you one. Now all you got to do is hit them up and you connect the dots. This is the whole point of this, connecting the dots around the planet. So that's why we out here. So, but I really like the style. It's old school, but still new. Yeah. You know what I mean? So,
totally. Yeah. It's just reinvention, I mean, there's nothing new under the sun at this point. There is, but there isn't, and it just goes to prove that, you can just take something and just make it a little bit better, and it just flips it enough that it remains authentic, traditional. It remains creative. It's got everything there, but it's you know that it's a hardcore band. You pretty much know what the band is gonna sound like, and it's great. It's a great visual representation. So
yeah, definitely.
To say shout out to John Ruggiero.
Yeah, definitely hit up his Instagram again. Ruggz JRUGGZ.NY. Hit him up and hey, get yourself a fucking t-shirt made.
Yeah,
and I actually just came across this, and then I saw that you posted it up, and it's gonna be cool because the smoking word in the hard corner is gonna be in the building. We got freaking Shattered Realm invading Florida. They got a weekend with Off the Tracks and Hold My Own. Florida weekend 22. Where are they going? Tallahassee, Jacksonville, Miami, Florida, and Tampa. Listen, what more you want? You got Pennsylvania in the house, Philadelphia, Chicago, New Jersey. Look at what the hell more you want? Check that out. I'm gonna definitely listen. Florida's getting some. Yeah. Florida's actually getting some shit. Listen, everybody in Florida, listen. Be glad that we here. Be glad that The Rock is here. I think I'm bringing good juju to the state because you know what I mean. Because I love Florida. Embrace me, and I'm embracing Florida. Good. Right. But listen, exactly. But it's good to see. Listen, you had, there's a lot of great shows. We got this show. Yeah. And again, it ain't all about just the big, the circle jerks and all that. That's all good. The bigger bands, but these are bands in the trenches. These are bands that they rep they put their cities in the map in the days where they needed their cities to be repped, and now they're back. And so people out there get a little bit taste of some of the soldiers that were in the front lines a couple of years ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So shout out to go ahead.
So it's good to see Florida. I feel like a couple episodes ago we talked about Florida sort of getting slept on a little bit, because of the size of the state and this and that. So it's good to see this specific weekend just going to Florida, north to south and hitting all those spots. And Shattered Realm was cool to see. Joe Hardcore, out there.
Shout out to Joe. Yep.
Shout out to Joe HC. Off the Tracks is a dope new band from the Philly area. Really cool band, traditional hardcore style. And Hold My Own's a dope, like we talked about before, one of these hybrid bands from Chicago and New Jersey,
Yeah.
And another dope band. And it all makes sense. These bands all work great together and they're all friends. And it's all, a cool little movement going on over there that they're taking down to Florida. And the flyer was done by, I think, our boy Kyle, who we'll see another couple flyers coming up. And he's kind of like, the new flyer guy.
Yeah.
And it's just cool to see this evolution of, like you said, some of these older guys like Joe, who's been around, being able to start his band up and go travel and bring his reality to Florida because plenty of people are coming up to Philly for This Is Hardcore and whatever. It's just cool to see, man. So shout out to Joe and shout out to whoever booked this awesome weekend for all you people in Florida.
And actually, on top of that, I think I'm going to let everybody know out there, it's not easy to tour Florida, especially for smaller bands, because since it's such a big state, it costs a lot of money to make it down to Miami, and there's not a lot of places to play in between. Right now, the way whoever booked this tour is probably as good as you could book it for Florida, and I think it should be a semi-standard on what bands could do, because this way, to build Florida up, you got to hit these cities. Yeah. It's just what it is. And it's good that, we need the people in the trenches to do it. The big dogs ain't going to go do it. So we got to do it. It's it's the story of our lives out there.
Yeah.
But it's good to see it making it down to Miami, because Miami has a hardcore scene that maybe died out, but it has a history with it. And to this day, from the hospital to walking in the supermarket, I run into an old hardcore kid over here. So shout out to the Candle Hialeah crew, West Palm crew, and everybody in Florida. We already know, trust me. Dope. A lot of history in Florida with freaking hardcore and just that hard shit. So
yep. Yeah, but good to see this happening.
Yeah, definitely. So that's going on in next month, right? Yeah, the 21st to the 23rd.
Yep. Next month.
Yeah. What else we
yeah.
got? What else we got cracking lacking over
And
here?
then we got another dope flyer. Let's get this guy fired up because here's another one, another dope artist.
Mick Lamb Brow. I
there
got
you
his name
go.
right. Lamb motherfucking Brow killing it with the fuck. He's the fly. He's my flyer MVP
Yeah.
just
Hell
for
yeah.
variety and consistency. Boom.
Hell
Look at
yeah.
that shit.
Yeah, and he pumps them out, and it's consistent, like you said, consistent. Everyone looks amazing, and he's got great composition and great everything. So, really dope show. November, end of November 25th at the Middle East in Boston, with Slapshot, Crown of Thorns, Risk, and Neighborhood Shit.
Like that neighborhood.
Yeah, great name. Great name.
Yeah, I hope they're from Boston because that seems like such a Boston hardcore band name.
Yeah.
They would always have, neighborhood shit, Ducky Boys, the melon heads over.
Right.
Melon heads. Well, I don't know about the melon heads, but I know a lot of Boston melon heads. Shout out to my Boston melon heads. Shout out to Chris Baldwin. Yeah. Listen, on the real though, listen, I'm glad on the real. I always talk my Boston shit, that New York against Boston shit, and I will because the Yankees. Shout out to fucking Judge for 61 home runs. But on the real, that's mad love with Boston and New York. We got fam there. And I'm glad to see that the Middle East is still in the motherfucking building because
Hell yeah.
we thought we were going to lose. I say we because I feel I'm part of that shit, even though I'm from Boston. When I go there, we get to play Middle East. I feel like, oh, this is home. This is a house that we partied in, that we know, we're familiar with.
Yeah.
We came up in there and in the fucking in the Rat, rest in peace.
Sure. Yeah.
But
I saw one of my best Madball shows at Middle East in Boston with fucking Earth Crisis and Marauder.
Oh man.
And it was out of control, amazing,
Yeah.
You guys have been fucking rocking that, forever. And it's amazing to see, like you said, it's amazing to see these venues still going and still doing proper punk hardcore shit.
Yeah, and a landmark, and and then you got under it is Sonia's. I don't know that. I think is that somewhere else? I don't know that play, but that's with Stars and Stripes, the Prowlers, Cinder Block, and Luger. Now Cinder Block, that's dudes from some other band, right? I want to say I just seen that.
Yeah, well, I think here's the thing. I think that's one of those bands that it's a new band, but Vogel's old band used to be called Cinder Block, and they just reissued the Cinder Block stuff. But I don't think it's this. It's not this. This is a different band. Yeah, because I asked him,
my antennas are up. My antennas are catching shit, but
I know, but that's what I think. I hit up Vogel. It's like, are you guys really playing? And he's like, no, that's not us. This must just be a new band called Cinder Block, but it's not the throwback. Yeah.
I'll go shout out to all the Cinders out there, whoever, fuck it. But listen, Massachusetts, listen, you're getting it. And again, family business. Again, it's all about, look, we are hardcore kids, but it ain't just about the hardcore movement. It's about the whole heavy music and the whole extreme, whatever your extreme is. Look, we got my man right here doing the flyer. That an Ozzy, doing a flyer for a band from Queens and Boston. And it's all fam. This is the beauty of our world, of our planet. We come from everywhere. There's a hardcore kid lurking in the mix everywhere.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well,
infiltrate the system.
Exactly. He might even have long hair and spikes out to here.
Yeah, right.
But under that shit, he has a fucking AF shirt or fucking some shit. But but on the real, look at great flyers, fucking classic bands, classic fucking club. Go check them out. That's 1125 and 1126 Massachusetts. Shout out to Neighborhood Shit because I fuck with that band.
It's a great name. Hell yeah. And shout out to Crown of Thorns, real quick. They just finished up that tour on the West Coast with AF and Sick of It All.
Yeah.
And, I was following Ezak's stories and thread and the whole thing. And obviously both the bands too. And it looked like it was amazing. It looked like a great tour. So it's awesome to see Crown of Thorns out there, in the mix, doing their thing too. And they sound great. Paul on bass, Dimmy, obviously, and Dijon. So, yeah,
that's family right there. Yeah, I'm glad that not only that like now they're grinding, like they're jumping on tours.
Yeah,
it ain't just a pop up here. They got the solid squad of players. I even heard, a couple of the tracks from the later on the tour. You could tell they settled in. They're fucking tight. The sound's big. So shout out to them. Shout out to Sick of It All and AF. For just doing that tour. The tour looked great. I'm fucking jealous, and in the best way. I wish I was there, even just to hang out. because that is something you probably will never see again. What up, Brandon?
What up?
Listen,
hell yeah.
You getting a treat when you get to see Sick of It All, AF, and Chronicle, literally all out in one day. You know, what more you want? You know, that's some classic shit.
Yep.
And we got some OGs too.
Yeah,
I just saw this.
More OGs.
Yeah, we got Carnivore AD over here. Listen, I mean, for all you motherfuckers that want that hardcore, that was like that metal shit that just creeped and lived with the hardcore fucking creeps, the Carnivore AD. Yeah. I don't personally know these guys, but we actually played a fest with them, I want to say, in Spain or in Portugal. Listen, whatever it is, and I'll even be straight up with you. I was never the biggest Carnivore fan. I like Jesus Hitler minus the lyrics.
Okay.
You know, but
see, that's what I wanted to get to. I wanted to ask you about that stuff. If you were ever into the Carnivore, Pete Steele.
You know what? No, I wasn't, because to me, I was always like, you know, it was different metal, but for me, it was like it was still a little bit on a stiff side. It was too gothy for me when I was on some groove shit. Okay. But no, I mean, not gothy, more on some they were more on like some Manowar, like the end of the world kind of barbarian metal. You know, I don't know. It was just wasn't my thing. I had a little bit more. I wanted to hear the shit that was going down the block, not in the junkyard. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Like,
the meat hanging off of their shit. And
you know,
the dead animals hanging off their shoulders.
Yeah, and you know, and everybody knows. If you are a Carnivore guy, you know, people love them, but it also was a certain type of hardcore person that liked them. You know what I mean? They mingled in that extreme world with the other, you know, hybrids of hardcore. You know, when I was still fucking with I was too busy wearing my hat to the side. You know,
you were more street legit. There was a little bit more. Yeah, I
wasn't trying to get gasoline like Mad Max and the Carnivore dudes.
Right.
You know, in the wastelands of fucking Brooklyn. No, but on the real, shout out to them. They sounded good. Yeah. You know, I wasn't too familiar with the music, and I don't know which guys are in the band actually. Yeah, but it's good to see that they're not just in it for a quick fix, and they're trying to, you know, go out there and really, you know, grind it out.
Yeah, no, I'm like you. I don't know anybody personally in the band. When I saw the flyer and it said featuring ex-members of, you know, Sheer Terror, Crumbsuckers, Whiplash, Creator, that's when I sort of did a little bit of research. And I don't know if this is totally true or not, but I think it's a drummer that was from Whiplash and Creator, and the guitar player from Crumbsuckers. And I think it's just the guy that's always been this guy, Baron, who's always been the singer, the Pete Steele guy. But I've definitely caught them a couple times. I actually was lucky to see Carnivore in the basement at Fontana's once.
Get out of here.
As like some surprise secret show or something. So, but I have seen Carnivore AD once or twice, and they sound fucking great, man. You know, like they really do sound great. And I don't know, you know, again, I don't know how much validation there is between these members and, you know, any beefs or whatever, or who's cool and who isn't, but they sound great. And if you love Carnivore, you know, you probably should check this out, because, you know, they really nail the whole Carnivore thing. So I don't know. I thought it was, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, and they're playing in Delaware, Allentown, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, New Jersey, and fucking New York. So, you know, that's a little good little Northeast tour there to go check them out for you fucking metalhead motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I didn't know who these guys were. That your former Creator, Crumbsuckers, Whiplash is like charged. It's like,
and they sound great. I mean, obviously those are all, you know, pretty seasoned bands. So they're great players. They're veterans. They know what they're playing. They know how to play. They know what Carnivore is supposed to sound like, and they really nail it. So.
And
they're smaller venues too, which is cool to see. These aren't some fantasy venues, you know, where there's going to be, you know, a couple people standing up front in this massive venue. I mean, these are smaller venues, so they'll sound amazing, and it should be a pretty good, intimate type of a show. So check that out. Thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. And there's something that we were just talking about that's actually, it's, you know, it's that time of the year. We got the flyer, but we were actually discussing on the who's and the might be's, which, you know, everybody's gonna have to guess till it's time. Yeah. But happening May 13th and the 14th, 2023. Let's hit them with that.
There it is.
The B&B Bowl. Save that date. The Monarch. You already know. May 13th and 14th. It's back. Well, it's been back, but it's officially back when it's 2. The last one, like last year, wasn't a fluke for everybody. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
The world is cracking. It's cracked open. The nut's open. Everybody's busted that nut open.
Yep. There's no bullshitting now. Now this is the real deal.
But Black and Blue, hey, it's back. What better place to be than New York City on a beautiful May evening?
Yeah,
unless it's fucking raining and mad humid.
Yeah, we've been good. I have to say the previous years, I can't ever think of like a washout, weekend. I really can't. We've been lucky with that. But and I'm pretty sure Ezak's gonna be doing a show on the day before, Diablo Fest also. So there'll be details to come from that. And I don't know, a little bit of the lineup that I know of. It looks very cool. And I think a lot of people will be excited. So you're just going to have to hang in there. And, little by little, you'll be getting little bits of info on the lineup. But yeah, May 13th, 14th at the Monarch. And I believe on the 12th, Ezak's show. So save the date for that shit because it's going to be good.
All right.
Yeah.
What else we got? What do we got next?
We got more shows, a lot of show announcements. There was a lot of show announcements. And again, this was a 2-weeker. We had a week off. So we've been collecting these things for 2 weeks now. So another dope show announcement coming up in December.
Boom.
Yeah.
Saturday, December 17th, the Holiday Jam. First of all, this is one of my favorite clubs. This is in fucking Club Reverb. Shout out to Chris, the fam, and fucking Club Reverb. This is the club. Listen, Philadelphia is cool, but listen, Club Reverb, that's family business right there. I love the club. Everything about it. Read them. Let them know from the bottom to the top.
Bulldoze. Never thought I'd say that, after some news that we recently got, but I'm glad I am, So Bulldoze is going to be carrying on. I'm not exactly sure how or with who, but I know that they're going to be doing FYA also. So good to see Bulldoze on this Holiday Jam 3 with obviously Wisdom and Chains. Can't go wrong in PA at Club Reverb with Wisdom.
Listen, yes.
Life of Agony, man.
And Life of Agony. Listen, first of all, we actually got to play with Life of Agony at Club fucking Reverb a couple of years ago, and it was we had a blast. And we have another show that popped up. We'll talk about that later too. That just popped up with Madball and Life of Agony. But look at, first of all, I want to get Zach and the boys on. I want to figure out who the hell's going to be doing the Bulldoze stuff because I'm actually excited on how they're going to be going about this.
Yeah.
And again, rest in peace to my brother Kevin. Whatever. I love you. But even more, I'm actually really psyched that they're going for it. In this situation I am because it feels right and it feels like the right thing to do. And I know coming from the guys, it's done with the right heart that it should be done with. Because them doing this, not once did I say, they shouldn't. I was like, that's dope. Like they're trying to make it happen. They're doing it. And shout out to them for fucking doing that and just, keeping that whole shit alive. And that's for the love of the music.
That's because, for the love. Absolutely.
Because they don't got to be doing that shit, but they love what they did. They love, the world they come from. So shout out to the fam, Bulldoze. That's fam to us. You already know.
100%.
And Wisdom in Pennsylvania. What more you want? You know what I mean? It's like, it's like hometown heroes. There you go in Life Agony. Again, if I was around, I'd go this just to hang out.
Yeah.
So get your tickets and support. Not only that, the club is run by a real hardcore kid. All right. Not only was he on stage, he's probably making noise in your town. He runs a club that brings your favorite bands to his city. And he does it everything from Spanish music, everything. Club Reverb does it all. Yeah. I really back that club. I fuck with them. So shout out to Pennsylvania. Shout out to Club Reverb and Chris and all of them.
Yep. And it's good to see Life of Agony out here, doing some of these, not smaller, but hardcore shows, which I'm sure, are smaller for them compared to playing some of these other bigger shows they play, so it's very cool to see them getting in the mix and, showing love for the hardcore scene still.
Yeah. And speaking of that, like I was just talking about, this just popped up the other day, but boom, we have another show with another show that just popped up with Life Agony, Sworn Enemy, and Kings Never Die. It's Mina's birthday party.
Yeah.
So everybody out there, bring that cake, but make sure it goes through me first. I need low calories, high protein, and somehow the more I eat, the more weight I lose.
Yeah.
If we can somehow invent that cake, I'm in there.
How that happens. It's ironic.
But check this out, man. First of all, what do you know about this club? I don't even know about this club, but man, I got amped when I saw the fucking lineup.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the club. I think it's out in Patchogue, out east. Not sure if I've ever even been there yet. So, but I would imagine it's a pretty good size, pretty good venue.
But yeah, fucking again, and Sworn Enemy, they're back. You know, I know they've been doing a couple of shows popping up, and it's good to see them. And you know, Kings Never Die. They're grinding it out, man. I gotta say, man.
Yep.
What I love. Again, what I'm proud of right now at the moment is of all the OGs, because the OGs ain't like the OGs of yesterday where they sat and complained. The OGs of today are saying, hey, let's not talk about it. Let's either get down and ride this wave the way it's moving right now, or let's fall back. So they're making new bands. They're back in the trenches. You know, if you from Billy Bio to these guys, listen.
Yeah.
In the mix, doing more music, new bands, playing the shows. It ain't just doing the big profile shows. They're in the mix, you know, like all of us, you know, we're working, you know, working class bands. You know what I mean? We got to nobody gives us nothing. And I don't just mean us. I mean, a lot of the bands in the early stages in our world, you know, we got to do it ourselves the same way. Nobody brings us the news, so we got to do it. Yeah. You know what I mean? But when we live it, it isn't work. You know what I mean? And that's what we know, because these dudes live the music, so they got to do it. When you're a music, I don't know how you could be a musician and then not do music in one form or another. It's
somehow,
crazy.
Somewhat, yeah, for sure.
You know?
Yeah.
So.
No, it's good. That's a good point, because, you know, to counterpoint that, you know, I was just at, like I said, that festival over the weekend, which was all young new bands, you know, and all these young new bands, they all listened to, and they all grew up loving Madball and Life of Agony and, you know, Sworn Enemy and Bulldoze and all these things. So there's definitely a changing of the tide, you know, and the guard of young and old. And it's great to see, like you said, all these old bands coming and being able to have a package of their own like this, you know, but also be able to do a show like we just posted, where it's just a straight hardcore show. They're still involved, and, you know, Sworn Enemies in that. You guys are involved in that, you know, Life of Agony, like all these bands. So yeah, it's awesome to see. Very, very cool. And we say it all the time. Music's in a great place because of that right now. You know,
for sure. This is like a classic bill with not every band being a classic band. You know what I mean? Like with some new bands where classic feel, you know, with classic players, a classic band of the newer generation. You know, you got a little bit mix of everything. Some good shit going on. And again, everybody, you could go there and wish me a fucking happy birthday, and you could give me the cake.
Yeah.
All right. Any cake for Mina goes through me first.
Yes. But I think tickets actually go on sale tomorrow. So if you're looking for tickets right now, they're not going to be available. They will go on sale tomorrow.
Definitely get the tickets. Let's blow this out. Everybody out there. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a blast. You never know. There might be some surprises. You never know. But I know the Smoking Word and the Hard Corner will be in the building. You never know. We might actually be set up. Crazier things have happened.
Listen, if Hoya's not scared to go live, maybe we can go live.
Listen, we know the minute my eyes open, the feed goes on, you know? Yeah, because listen, again, nobody's going to give it to us, and I'm a control freak, so I got to take it. Understand? So by all means necessary, like Malcolm X in the window, you understand?
Yeah.
But everybody, hit the link, take a picture, highlight the link. It takes you to where you got to go, support the show. It takes you to the merch, the PayPal. If you cop any Hard Corner merch, it goes right back in the show. Everything we do goes back to all the fly graphics, all the scenery, all the fly logoing, and, you know, keeping freaking Gator with a lip full of chew. That's you know, right. We can't, you know, we can't keep his lip full of chew if, you know, we're not supported. So hit the link tree right there. Snap the picture, do whatever, highlight, go, spend some money. Don't even spend it, invest, because if you're watching, I know nobody's going to tune in and not stay on. You either just going to hate off jump and that's fine. We don't want you here. But otherwise, you want to hear and tap in because everybody's included. You understand?
Hell
Why
yeah.
not listen to us talk shit while you got nothing else to do? Obviously.
Right. Yeah, it's a
But
good
on
lunch
top of
break.
Yeah, it's a lunch break, but we also got that real shit for you. We really bringing that 411 for you because there's a lot of shit going on, and this is shit that we would talk about when we would see each other. Now we decide to put the fly on the wall.
Yeah.
So what do we got here? What do we got here?
We got another dope flyer, like I mentioned before, my boy Kyle, he's been in the mix doing a lot of these flyers that we've been posting, and another dope one from him. This one is the Mind Force New Lords record release show that just got announced. Streets of Hate, dope label. We've talked about
Dope
them a
name.
couple times too. Yeah, from up Poughkeepsie area. So Mind Force, New Lords record release with Koyo, cool band from Long Island, Never Ending Game, End It, and Shackled.
Yeah.
I don't know. These are all familiar names, and it's cool that these are all becoming familiar names. I think 6 to 8 months ago, I'd been like, all right, who's this band or who's that band? But now I'm like, all right, I know every one of these bands now.
Yep, Never Ended, Never Ending Game. These are the band. They grind that exactly. And at the Loft, fucking Poughkeepsie. Listen again. There's a lot of history in Poughkeepsie.
Yeah.
At the Chance, at the Loft, it's a spot. It's a spot to go. To catch one room for the trenches, and then when the national acts would come, they would be in the big room. But that's some sacred grounds up there in that fucking shitty ass neighborhood of Poughkeepsie.
Yeah.
But the club, there's a lot of love for that club, and they've been supporting hardcore and metal and all that from day one. So shout out to the fam at the the Chance and the Loft, but also Mind Force. That's fucking hometown heroes right there.
Hell
you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Shout out to the whole Hudson Valley, crew. End of One, Mind Force, Age of Apocalypse, New World Man, All Out War, Dissolve. There's tons of shit. Rich in history up there. A lot of great shit, and it's all coming back again.
Tuning. Down tuning up there.
Yeah, totally.
There's a lot of loose strings on those guitars.
A lot of Ibanez guitars.
Yeah, a lot of Ibanez down. Yep. Yeah, hell yeah. No, definitely Heavy Water. That should be a new band. Listen, all those bands you named need one player, and they're gonna make a band from Hudson Valley called Heavy Water. You heard that one's on the house. I just want in on it. I just want the first interview.
You just put it out there.
Shout out to Heavy Water, fucking Hudson Valley's newest fucking
Heavy Water, yeah. But definitely check out that record too, Mind Force New Lords. It dropped out maybe within the month, and it's it's solid. I'm sure a lot of people listening to this have probably already heard Mind Force or have heard the record, but if you haven't, definitely check it out. And same with that Never Ending Game shit. It's phenomenal. So
they're dope. I'm feeling that all that and this shit. And definitely go support them. Upstate New York. Upstate, listen, even the fucking woods of New York are getting it in. Pennsylvania was making a lot of noise. We coming. Right. So, but that's what we got to do. We got to bring up the Northeast. And it's good that, of course, a show in New York City is great. Of course, a show in Boston is great. But we need to really keep the shows going on where this shit started and where the pulse really lived. And that's where in these smaller cities outside these big cities. So it's good to see them everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm an upstate guy. You know what I mean? Like I grew up in the hardcore scene up there. And, I always grew up loving the New York hardcore scene and looking up to the New York scene. And I always felt that it was weird that like upstate New York always felt like a different, thing, but it really isn't. It's all New York, and, we had a different grind and a different hustle up there, but it was great between Buffalo, Syracuse, Rochester, and Albany. There's a straight line across the state, and it's only 2 to 3 hours between, all of those cities. So we used to cruise all across the state and, do all those Buffalo, Rochester, Albany runs. And, upstate is definitely one of those hidden spots when it comes to New York hardcore in terms of, of its shine that it gets or that it doesn't get. But shout out to Poughkeepsie. They've been in the mix for, fucking years.
And again, you get that heavy hybrid because being a smaller city, anything heavy that they came was embraced, and boom,
Yeah,
you ended up getting
absolutely.
a good, you know, the way they regurgitated it up, it's like those squirrels that shit out the coffee beans is like a high-end coffee shitted out coffee
Yeah.
bean.
Yeah.
They shit out hardcore in a high-end
Yes.
fucking metal form. So shout out to
Yes.
everybody taking shits up there in fucking in
Yeah.
Hudson County, heavy water, and all
Heavy
the boys of
water.
heavy water.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
What do we got? What do we got coming up, Busky? This shit over here.
Oh, we got another banger. We queued up. There we go. Yeah, we mentioned this last week too. We finally got the full lineup. So this is another banger going on down in Florida. Lucky for you, Jacksonville, Florida, January 28th. Marauder, obviously the Minus Years.
Yeah.
Day by Day, which is I think a relatively newer band. 3 Knee Deep, Rhythm of Fear, Ends of Sanity, and Green 80.
Yeah. You got Florida in the mix. Well, you got Rhythm and Fear. You already know what's up with them. There's history there. And listen, you guys are Florida's getting a treat with getting Marauder and the real Marauder. You know what I mean? With Minus. This was I'm not one of these guys that fall for the novelty shit. And Minus is my brother, and I don't fall for that. But this is something special because this doesn't happen often. And I think it's the right place, the right time. And I think it's the right party for it.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah.
And again, what better place to be than Florida in January? January 28th, the Hooligan Holiday. Listen, this is the party. My boy Rico's going to be in the building. The after party's next door. It's hosted by Boss Hooligan Sound System. That's my brother Rico. Listen, on the real, ladies, guys, the after parties for these off the hook. Dancing, the ladies look good, the dudes are in it to win it. Everybody's drinking. It's always a party. It was the only time ever in Madball's history we played a show suited up, and that was a Hooligan Holiday a couple of years back. My brother Rico's been doing this for years, and it's good that he's bringing it to Florida. Number one. Number two, it's good that we got fucking Marauder with Minus on it. And again, do you want to be in Alaska in January or do you want to be in Florida in January? I'll leave it up to you guys.
That's perfect timing. Yeah. That's perfect timing for a show. But you nailed it. I mean, you totally nailed it with Rico, the Boss Hooligan thing. It adds such a flavor to the show, that it's awesome. The after party, great music. And like you said, everyone looks great, smells great, and everyone feels great. It's a good time. So
yeah, for sure. Yeah, first time I ever played, and only time I ever played a show in a suit.
Yeah, you should do that more often.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I hate fucking suits. When I die, I want to be buried buck ass naked with a blunt in my. All right, no, that's another show. That's for the podcast, not for this. That's for my will. I can't let you motherfuckers know my will. Look, you guys are really getting the 411. You're getting fucking what I have in my will. Be buried butt naked with a blunt in mouth. All right. Listen, everybody. Listen, look at on the real though. Shout out to everybody who's been supporting the show. But if you want to support the show, we got merch. And when I say we got merch, this shit is printed in-house. We got snapbacks and t-shirts. Listen, we print in-house. Do you understand? Sometimes you see, I post a picture of what I call of the modern day Mona Lisa. Well, when you see that modern day Mona Lisa, just know that behind that Mona Lisa, there's people grinding, basically gator food, and maybe one other person, myself or somebody, making this beautiful things happen for you. Listen, no robots are printing this. Everything is done in-house by your boys. Designed, printed, ordered, sent out by CasaDeRock.com. But on the real, you want to support the show, invest in the show, cop a t-shirt or a hat, everything goes back in the show. We're just trying to keep the shit fresh. We want to keep it, we want to keep things moving. We want to let the world know that the underground can make it fresh and sexy like everybody else. You understand? That we could do that. We could have class and still be, roll in the mud and fucking in the trenches and still come up, and walk with our chest out. You know what I mean? So, but,
what up, Kitty from Oregon? Thank you for the shout out.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to everybody around the world tuning in, taking a lunch break with us. Make sure you subscribe and all that. Subscribing is important. I'm guilty of not doing that in the past, but it's important. The more you subscribe, it gets our podcast and our shows up front and in the mix with everybody else. So, we contenders, man. We're going for we're going for the belt.
That's
You
right.
understand?
We're in the ring, baby. We're in the ring.
Yeah, exactly. Like in Rocky, dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking. Shout out to Apollo Creed. But all right, we got some. What do we got? We got some new shit, right? What do we got here in the new shit section?
We got
everybody out there, and everybody out there. I actually like this segment over here with new shit because I also get put on to the new shit. I'm getting it while you're getting it. You know what I mean? So my antennas are open. So yo, shout out to LD.
LD Pitchfork. What up?
Pitchfork in the house. You already know. Shout out to LD. Shout out to LD's bald head. Shout out to LD's freaking chicken legs. I love you. Pitchfork in the house. But no, this is a spot, man. I got put onto a lot of new bands from watching our show.
Yep.
So what do we got here?
Yeah, this is one of them. This was a user, or not a user. This was submitted content. So someone listening to the show threw this at us, and this is some hardcore punk shit from fucking Indonesia. Just further proving that, like you always say, this is a worldwide thing, and it's cool to think that there's some kid in Indonesia listening to us talk, dumb shit about hardcore. So
hell yeah. Shout out to Indonesia. Listen, they have a good the crew out there is deep, and they got a lot of roots. This ain't like just some, it was in style and they got into. There's a lot of roots in metal and heavy music in Indonesia, and we had a lot of love out there, and hopefully we get to go out there again. And shout out to Indonesia. And I hope you're tuning in. Hopefully we get to go back out there. And I fuck with the durian fruit. For all you motherfuckers that don't know, they say it's this fruit that smells like shit. I can't smell too good, so I don't smell nothing.
You're lucky.
It tastes good. Ray Hogan, what's up? You already know. So shout out to all you durian eating motherfuckers out there.
Shit. Can you get that over here anywhere? We
gotta Google that shit. Anybody out there, Google durian and tell us what the fuck it says about that. But it's a stinky fruit, supposedly. I like it, but
I'm looking.
I had it in Indonesia, so
I'm looking.
yeah. But shout out to them. New Grown Nonsense. It's a demo. Go check them out. They got a Spotify. Make sure you go to the Spotify's, the band camps. It's very important, especially for the new bands. Trust me, they are looking. They're constantly looking if anybody's checking their bands out, and that's basically gasoline for them to keep going. So you'd be surprised on what a little light could do,
100%. Yep.
So what else we got?
We got another one too. Another new band, but it's actually an old band that came back. A band called Mainline from Columbia, South Carolina. Love the logo. I know Gator likes it too. So if Gator likes it, then I obviously like it. Because I have to.
Cool. That's pretty cool.
Dope ass logo. But my boy Derek and my boy Isaac from South Carolina are in this band.
Oh, that's Derek shit. I didn't know that. That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, hell yeah. And it's just cool, I mean, it's like it's hardcore, but it's not what you would think of hardcore. It's more of a DC kind of an influence, from what I hear at least. It's kind of got a more of a DC punk influence.
I gotta hear this. I haven't even heard. I didn't know about this shit. I mean, I saw it, but it's a cool name, and the logo's dope.
Yep, very cool. And I don't know. To me, it has like some parts like Damnation AD, where it's a little bit heavier, but it's not like a very metal heavy, like a modern metal. It's kind of a punk heavy. But I don't know. It's just a cool thing. He sent it to me. These are, I think, 3 or 4 new songs, and they're just fucking cool. It's not hardcore in terms of fast parts with beat downs and this and that. It's just your sort of punk derivative DC style heavy hardcore. So definitely give that a spin.
Definitely mainline357.bandcamp.com. Again, the band camps, I think, freaking even connect with the bands even more than all the other ones. So again, make sure you hit your liking, hitting the Spotify likes and the band camps and all that stuff. That shit goes a long way, but go definitely support them and go cop that merch. I like that shit.
Yep. And what's good with the Bandcamp too is you can donate, or Spotify, you're playing their music and you're lucky if these bands get a penny of that. Whereas the Bandcamp, you can go and you can donate, 5, 10, 20, however much you feel like, or you can buy the record there. So definitely check out the Bandcamp over the Spotify's because you can support the bands a little bit better that way.
Yeah, for sure. And fucking last week in Chicago, I ran into some of the homies. They just dropped some, I guess they're pretty new. I don't know a lot about how long the band's been around, but they just dropped some new music. They were in the mix, and they've been in the, we've been looking, and they're in the mix. They're grinding the shit out. What is the band? And No Hope, No Souls, the album release, East Coast dates. It's Chicago style hardcore. The album drops 10/21 on demonheadrecords.com. The tour starts on the 6th of next month. Oh, boom, right there it goes. I'm looking down at it. Look, you got, damn, man, they're getting it in. Yep. You got from Indiana, Rochester's, the Long Island, Pittsburgh, CTs, West New York. Look at, they're getting in. They're really getting it in because they're getting they're going into the belly of the beast with this shit.
Yeah.
So shout out
check
to
that
them.
out. Definitely.
Chicago too. Listen, Chicago is coming through with some shit. A lot of new music, and some of my favorite recent shows were Cobra Lounge and fucking Chicago, and also Riot Fest, which we'll be getting into in a bit. But
true. Yeah, Chicago's always been dope, man. It really
has. For sure. But it seems like it got re-doper.
Yeah.
It got re-doped up. Like it kind of got lost in the mix. Everybody was going to the Bay, or everybody was going whatever. But I know Chicago's coming back.
Yeah.
They got some shit.
Yeah, for sure.
And we got some other shit. We got some more California shit coming out from the West Side. I fuck with these guys.
Yeah, more LA shit. As always, Flat Spot Records is on point. They're definitely on point with this one. Law of Power from LA. Single just dropped a couple days ago called Born into War, which is hard as hell. Really dope, cool video. And I believe the pre-order is available now at flatspotrecords.com. So
yeah.
It's I don't know, man. You got to just check it out because it's just you look at this and you get an idea of what it's about.
Like you know why I like it. You know what I like about it, that they're rocking that hard shit and they ain't trying to hide it. And today, nowadays people are really scared to do what they want to do if it happens to be something against the grain. We're now being aggressive. It seems to be against the grain when yet we come from a scene called hardcore and heavy metal. People now get offended when you have an aggressive, sure, not towards people, but when you have an aggressive attitude or want to let off an aggressive feeling, now you get fucking labeled as this and that. So I love when people bring back that they're showing their heart in their sleeves. They're on some really angry shit and they want to show it. And I like that shit. And it's on some, call it what you want, tough guy shit. There's all the shit that we've been called for years. Whatever it is, I like it. It's raw. It's something right now actually seems kind of different in the lay of the land. At one point, something like that was kind of the norm. And now it seems to be like the odd man out in a cool way, being that upfront with, just that hard shit, So, but some cool shit coming out, man. LA, California, Califas, I fuck with you. Yeah. Califas is putting out some shit and variety. I got California. For many years, got quiet. They had always some bands, but right now, they finally connected the dots where they got a lot of new bands, and you have the variety from the Laws of Power to the Skulls to all the varieties in between, from the metal to the punk side of the hardcore. So you have, the whole chain,
the whole gamut.
Exactly. So
it's wild that you say that because it's true. There's really like the punk influence side, and now there's really the whole death metal influence side too. And then there's your middle of the line, your Terrors, your Internal Affairs, your Piece by Pieces. There's all those guys in the middle, and so you're right. It's pretty wild. But October 14th, this is going to be coming out on Flat Spot. And there's a video and the single is up. So definitely give it a spin. It's fucking great. Good shit.
Yeah. Check it out. And this is what I love. We're going to take it from LA. Now we're going to take it to France. Listen, New Dawn, The Wicked Shall Not Rule. Some more new music. French hardcore. It's AF style, Youth of Today style. Check them out on Bandcamp. Again, Bandcamp, they're probably the one platform right now that's probably the most in touch with the actual artists. Yeah. So go support them. But listen, let me tell you something about France and heavy music. France always they're very deep rooted in punk, hardcore, and metal. Some of the craziest shows we ever played were in France. Madball's been going to France since day one. And from you name it, we've been there. very, very deep roots and heavy music. You know, so shout out to all my French fam out there, and hopefully we get to go back. But it's good to see more French bands because it seemed like it got a little quiet for a minute with new bands. It always seems to be obviously Germany putting out a lot of bands, and then you got Belgium and stuff. But I'm glad to see some more French blood coming out, and classic styles. AF Youth of Today's style, that's good, man. The Lay of the Land, you know. Go check them out. You know, New Dawn, they on the Bandcamp, New Dawn Hardcore .bandcamp.com. The wicked shall not rule. So go check that shit out.
Hell yeah. Good shit. And this is another one that I came across that was really cool. And apparently this is a one-man band of some guy in Cleveland. Not exactly sure if it's an older guy, younger guy, or whatever, but apparently it's a one-man band called The Same Mistake. And he just put out a demo within the past couple months, and then a couple new singles within the past couple weeks. So this is the latest of the singles. I think there was 3 of them. This one's called All Bark, No Bite, and it's cool. It's it's fast. It's got some cool little dance parts, mosh parts, kind of in that Comeback Kid, Figure 4, Buried Alive. I don't know, just sort of 90s style. But I thought it was cool, and I thought it was cool that it was just one guy that's probably has GarageBand or some fucking program on his computer, and is just good enough to write and record and put all this stuff out on his own. So just again, proof that you don't need a fucking army of people to get these things done. If you've got a will and a way, and you're creative and you want to make shit happen, you just fucking make shit happen.
Absolutely. My boy, 00, rest in peace, used to say don't talk about it, be about it. And that shit echoes through my head because there's a lot of talking out there nobody doing. If you don't get your hands dirty, nothing gets built. So I like keeping my hands in that dirt. And I want to give a couple of shout outs to a couple of people right now. First, I want to shout out my boy, everybody's favorite straight edge front man, my brother Toby Morse. My brother Toby Morse laced me. Hold on, I don't know why I didn't put it back. I'm gonna fuck with you right now.
We get the real time view.
Oh, shit. Toby laced me where he got his own. Check this out, everybody. He just dropped part of what's the name of the brand? The Caddis brand. He got his own signature fucking reader glasses, and he that's my brother. And Toby, first of all, congratulations on Toby for all the things you're doing. Yeah. He got his own glasses. He got a whole bunch of the shit. But check this out. He got what it says over here. Well, I can't read it because I don't got my glasses on, but there's some positive shit there probably about vegetables over here. But listen, Toby, I love you, but check it out. Shout out to Toby. Go cop his fucking readers on the reel. These are really well made, heavy. This shit ain't cheap. And not only that, it's probably gonna be a collector. So you know what? I'm gonna rock this shit for the rest of the show.
Did they come with your prescription?
Actually, Toby had my prescription. You write them, and because I use readers, and he was like, "Yo, I got you." It was on another pair, and he actually surprised me with this one. So I was psyched. I actually saw a lot of people rocking it, and I was kind of dissing them in my head. I was like, "That motherfucker better lace me. He's lacing me, motherfucker." And then boom, I came home to a package. Toby, I love you.
Toby, you need my address. Let me know.
Yeah, exactly. Toby, Busky got his address. And I also want to shout out. Listen, I've been fucking with these guys for a minute right here. Listen, and these dudes fuck with our world and everything. And listen, I only fuck with quality. Also, I'm not gonna fucking bump it because again, there's no reason for me to push anything that we don't fuck with. Listen, the family at Hella Hot Sauce right now. They're a hot sauce out of in California. Listen, you ain't gonna beat. First of all, they did a Frank Haybreed sauce. They did a Municipal Waste. This is right here, Zetros, the Hella Hot Sauce, the Toxic Shock. Right now, I'm actually, as you can see, I've been fucking with this one. This one's really good. Now, I want to explain something real quick when I'm pushing this. Not only that it's good, because I know a lot of you motherfuckers out there on some health shit, and I'm with you on that. I want to just read real quick the ingredients in this: strawberry, lemon, tomato water, parsley, distilled vinegar, garlic, scorpion pepper, cayenne pepper, herbs, and spices. In other words,
Legit.
no bullshit in it. All clean, real shit, and it's banging. And they come from the scene. They support the scene. And look out, we're gonna get a hardcore and a hot sauce or something soon. But really, go check them out. Family business. They take care of me. And not only that, they got Frank Habry got a wing sauce out there that's fucking really good. And these are some other ones. But check this one out. The skeletal remains ones. I fuck with this one.
That's great.
Yeah, look at they fuck with them. So I'm gonna get you some if you fuck with it. But if you want, and you know what, on the real, hold on, I'm trying to fucking do this shit right. There we go. Listen, all done with really good shit, quality shit, and all that good stuff. Yeah. And on the real, and on the last one, this ain't about like these people take care of us. It ain't about, these are people that come from our world that just happen to be doing stuff. I wanted my last shot. I listen to Bubs. Fucking, they do the collagen, the proteins, and whatever. Listen, my man from Bubs and the whole family of Bubs, he used to go to shows back in the days. This is DNA right here that comes from our world. Basically got in the whole health fitness world. Got one of the best products on the market. And I'm not saying, I'm not reading no bullshit on the real. Yeah. Even when they weren't hooking me up, I was buying the shit. They got, just good quality shit if you fuck with protein and collagen. And if you want to support people that come from our world, Bubs is the fucking brand. Shout out to them for taking care of us. And they fuck with a lot of bands that go on tour. That's what I love about them. They know that a lot of bands on the road have it rough with eating and training. And they also know a lot of people are trying to get their lives together that live alternative lifestyles. Yep. So they back it. So shout out to the family at Bubs for fucking looking out for us. And go get that, man. If you need that collagen shit, that's how it keeps me looking so fresh and sexy.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And you know what? That's again, infiltrate the system, man. It's amazing, you know, to think that that's a real fucking thing, dude. It really is. And it's not just the title of a record or just some fucking words in a book. It really is a real deal, infiltrate the system. And that's what this shit is,
Yeah, for sure. And again, one, we support everybody that comes from our world and doing big things. But if we're really going to push a product or something, it's something that we got to back. Also, why we're going to push it. We got nothing to gain or lose from it. Not only that, I love it that they show love to the people in the trenches, but it's really banging stuff, man. It's really high quality stuff. Get it if you're into that stuff. Collagen, protein, what do you call it? MCT oil, all that stuff. Get down with it. And but now we're getting down to some of the juicy stuff. I'm actually excited about this portion because I want to see what we got.
Yeah, hell yeah, definitely. Real quick shout out to Jay Scams from England for the shout out on YouTube, man. Thank you for checking it out. And also Harry, bro. Harry, your boy. What? Your boy Harry from Queens, the beat maker.
What happened?
He's on here. He's giving us a shout out. Dope show, fellas, he says.
Which Harry?
Ocean of Mercy.
Oh, Harry. That's my brother. Yeah. The inventor of the Astoria drums. Shout out to Harry. That's my brother, Harry. Shout out to Astoria. Listen, right now we got to fucking, if you don't know, this last week, I got to jump on. I flew out to Chicago to do Riot Fest. And then Madball went on an Unearthed run. And then I had to come back home to take care of some business. Then I jumped back out and I finished off at Furnace Fest. And you know how I do. Your boy's working. When I say the news that brings you the news, I was out there in the trenches trying to get that shit, that 411 for everybody to. I wanted you to enjoy it with us. So, yo, Gator, let's hit him with some shit.
Yes.
Riot Fest.
Ready?
Chicago bust. What up, everybody? Hoya Rock coming at you live from Riot Fest. We on stage right now. It's about, 3 o'clock. Fear's about to hit the stage. Time to represent for the OGs. The hard corners in the building. Yo, you already know the deal. Madball live at Riot Fest. We are in the motherfucking building. And guess who's playing with us tonight? I think the Misfits are. Riot Fest 2022, baby.
You already know Riot Fest. The OG's about to hit the stage. You already know the deal. The hard corner's in the building. What up, everybody? We live at Riot Fest. My man Sammy, the OG. Who you playing with? Let them know what time
Tonight
it is.
we'll review 7 seconds.
7 seconds. They're gonna go on. I think at 4:20, right?
I think so.
You know my number.
Yep.
You know that's good to see you. Right now we're saying. Right now we're just walking by, but I heard he was in the building. We're gonna watch the OG kill it. 7 seconds. You already know the resume. My man Sammy in the building. Hard corner. We out. Oh, you would have caught it. What up, everybody? Hoya Rock coming at you. We about to go on, but before we go on, let me grab my homeboy. Hold on. Come over here, Alan. We rocking. We got this shit going. Over here at my boy Alan, Life for Agony. He got a bunch of other bands, comic books. To let these people know, first of all, we at Riot Fest about to go on, but let the people know what's going on.
Yo, first of all, I'm just happy to be here to see you. And I wasn't even supposed to be here 2 days ago, and here I am.
And
it's a beautiful day.
What's up with Life for Agony, and what's up with the comic books?
Life Agony put out a documentary called The Sound of Scars. Really heavy, emotional film
I saw this, dope.
about our journey. Outside of that, we've been playing. We just got back from Europe.
The comics?
The beauty of horror.
Go get that shit.
It's crazy.
Listen, yeah, let them know.
Lots of big things coming up.
Exactly. Listen, when he gets the exclusive drop, we're gonna drop it on the Hard Corner. But yo, the Hardcore Corner coming at you live at Riot Fest. Life for Agony, Alley. You know the deal. We out.
It can't blockade us. What you feel is what you feel. And I know, don't believe what I say.
Yeah, listen. What more you want? Your boy was working. Not only did I have to play a show, I was everywhere. What more you wanted? Listen, I don't care what network you work for. You could hit me at thehardcorner.com and bring me your offers, all right? I don't care if you want Nightline. I know what you want. What do you want from me? What do you want from me?
Dan Brokaw over here.
Brokoff. I want the Brokoff.
Yeah.
No, but listen, Riot Fest, I had a blast. First of all, I was excited to see that. Yo, shout out to Gator Food for the edit. I had a blast looking at this. This is the first time we see the edits on what we collected. I basically go out and we record everything, and this is the first time we get to see the edit. But shout out to Sammy, 7 Seconds, Fear, the Misfits. You know, we got what we could get, but shout out to Riot Fest. I can't talk good enough about that. They really look out for their bands, from the smallest band to the biggest bands. It was run very pro and very laid back, and I had a blast, and the crowd was dope, man. As you can see, we had a blast playing, and man, Riot Fest. I was pleasantly surprised that the love that we got from it. You know, not that Chicago don't show us love, but it was a fest that I really didn't think would fuck with our type of bands. And again, it was a perfect day in every way. So shout out to Riot Fest, and man, the footage was dope, man. We had a blast, and it was cool to see the Misfits, and you know, all that other good shit. And but basically, I flew in for that show. Madball kept going. They had some shows with Unearth, but listen, I don't stop. Even when I'm not there, I'm there. So we ended up getting a little bit of footage. We got some more shit from the Unearth Madball tour. Gator Food, hit them with some of that footage right now and let them marinate. listen, shout out to Unearth. First of all, shout out to Mikey Justine, my favorite drummer, my brother, my boy, my partner in ass shaking. Unearth, first of all, I'm pissed that I didn't get to do those shows because they look fun and I didn't get to talk shit with them. But when I caught, the band sounded dope. They got some new guys in the band, but the band was tight. And not just because Mikey's my dude, but Mikey kills it. Again, Madball, we don't fuck around when it comes to drummers. And as you can see, Mikey was on point. And Gator Food, I like that transition with Mikey on the drum thing.
Yeah.
But man, it looked dope, man. You know, Unearth, you ever fucked with them? You ever saw them up in
Yeah, yep. They were actually, I had this band called Santa Sangre who put out a record on Eulogy Records, I think the same day that they put out their first record. So like they came up pretty much at the same exact time that my band Santa Sangre was coming up, and we used to play all of these shows together with there was another band, I forget, from down that way too. But yeah, we used to play shows all the time together, like when they first started. So it's amazing to see these guys, you know, they carried on and they became a big thing years later, and it's cool to see them come back, you know.
Yeah, and definitely, again, really shout out to Mikey. Mikey was doing double duty, doing a Madball set and that set. So I don't even know how the hell he does it, but shout out to the fam in Unearth. That fam from a while ago. A little known fact: one of our first vans we had was Big Blue. We actually was the Unearth van. We when they. Wow. You know, we got a budget, upped our budget in one thing. We got the van. I guess they got an up budget and they went to a bus. Who knows where they went from there?
Yeah,
but,
right.
It says somehow it worked like that. But I'm pissed that they didn't get to do that. But hopefully we'll be doing something. And look out for Unearth, because I think they got something in store. And if they do, we'll be reporting it. Oh, but I got to cap off the weekend with, I had to come home and do some fucking family business. But I made sure I went back and I got to go out and end it at Furnace Fest. So I said, fuck it. You know, when I flew out, I had a blast. Again, your boy was grinding. I said, let people know that the Hard Corner was in the building. So I let them know. So Gator Food, hit them with that. What's up, everybody? Hoya Rock coming at you for the Hard Corner. We over here in Alabama, Furnace Fest 2022. Madball's in the motherfucking building. Buzz, where you at? Hold on, come over here. He's been trying to hide from me for a second, and now he can't hide. Buzz, let him know what's up. First of all, Buzz, let him know where we at.
Birmingham, Alabama, a place called Iron City, about to play fucking Furnace Fest. Madball is about to, I don't want to say set it off, because that's not even strong enough to what's going to happen.
But as you know, right, last night Unearth played right behind us. How was the show? They told me you killed it. I saw some of the footage. Let the Baminians know what time it is.
They came out in great numbers, and it was a very pleasant show.
Good shit. And where you guys playing tomorrow? You ain't done with this run. You got
Greensboro, South Carolina on Sunday.
All right, and let the people know what's up with Unearth, because I got a feeling Unearth with an F, I say it got something in the future coming.
I think we're going to make a t-shirt that just says Unearth on it with F.
Listen, all I want is a shirt. I don't even want a royalty. Listen, Furnace Fest 2022, Unearth, Madball in the motherfucking building, the Hard Corner. Let them know, Buzz.
That's what's up. We'll see you out there.
Lynn in the building.
Yeah.
What the fuck is up?
Recorder, check. What up, everybody? Hoya Rock coming at you live at Furnace Fest. I'm over here. We got some all-stars in the building. Martine, hold on, excuse me real quick. Coming at you live with the Hard Corner. We got my boy Martine Terra. What other 100 bands you playing with?
Oh my God! Today I'm
Metallica,
here
Slayer, Venom, and some death metal bands that look like freaking raccoons. But anyway,
Yes,
let everybody know what's up. Who you here with today?
I'm here with Newfound Glory today. Shout out to Chad.
We love you, Chad.
Love you, Chad. Yeah, this is all for him. So yeah, I'm here representing for Chad. Yeah.
And your first time in Alabama?
I've been in Alabama before, but never this festival. So
And
this is like I remember hearing about this festival. when
And
I was
look
a
at
kid.
where else you're gonna get all this brown in Alabama and not have a bat coming across our heads or something burning in the background. But on the real, shout out to Tara, shout out to Newfound Glory, Chad. We love you. Live from fucking Furnace Fest. We in the building. Martine, let them know.
Let them know. Smoke. Wait, which
Yeah,
one
Smoke
is it?
and
Oh,
both.
is
Smoking
it's
Word
both?
and
Yeah.
the Hard Corner.
Yeah, like-
Let them know the Hard Corner's in the building.
Smoking Word, Hard Corner. Shout out Busky.
Yeah,
So,
there you go. Boom. In the building. Check them out. We out of here.
Job.
Fucking Riot Fest, Unearth, Furnace Fest, fucking exclusive jamboree to the 10th
yes.
power. Listen, I'm a one-man gang. Now, I'm not a one-man gang, but I'm a one dude with a mic. I got Gator Food behind the camera, and I got Busky in the outfield waiting for the fucking pass.
That's right.
Do you understand? I gotta be on stage in front of a mic, behind a mic. Listen, we ain't fucking around, but this is just to show you that we love this shit. And shout out to Gator Food on the fucking edits.
Yeah.
And as you can see, we had a blast, man. Shout out to E-Town Concrete. Shout out to Comeback Kid, Figure 4. Shout out to fucking who else was in the building? Man, so many bands over the whole weekend. Shout out to fucking my new favorite band, Go-Go Bordello.
Oh,
Listen,
dope. Yeah.
listen, I never thought I would love pirate music, but I fuck with them. And look out for fucking my man Eugene on the fucking Smoking Word. But listen, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. We had a blast connecting the dots. I had a blast being back on the stage. I had a blast tapping in with everybody for you motherfuckers, because I was amped about all this footage we collected. And
Yeah.
we're watching it as you watch it unfold. We all watch it at the same time. So we didn't get to see no edits till we just watched it right now. So but everybody, shout out to everybody who's been following the movement. Every week, the plan is we come at you with that weekly 411 from the underground. You understand? Everybody around the planet, we love you. We know you tapping in. Keep the momentum going. Busky, anything you want to let them know before we out of here?
Just you know the deal. Instagram, YouTube, give us a follow, give us a like, the subscription. A little bit goes a long way. So the Smoking Word podcast on Instagram and YouTube, and Facebook also, and Patreon. Hit up that patreon.com/the Smoking Word, and keep it moving with us.
Exactly. Hit the link. highlight it, go there, do whatever you got to do. Cop some merch. Any hard corner merchandise you cop goes right back in the show. Basically, anything you cop from Casa de Rock goes back into the show because anything that's made from this goes back into it. The plan is to keep stepping the game up, staying on top of everything going around, and using this show as a springboard for new bands and old bands to get their shit off. Because if we don't do it, nobody's going to do it for us. And who else better than us? The spot where the news brings you the news, the hard corner. You already know the deal, Busky. Listen, everybody, we love you. Keep tuning in. Hope you enjoyed. Until next time, we out of here.
Word up. Peace out.
1.